Starting plantain chips business, we have three methods. We have the manual method, semi-automated method, have the automated method. You see, most people go through the manual method because they try to start small. Maybe they want to start with 50,000 naira. I discussed this in one of my videos. What kind of business can I start with 50k? So if you are in Lagos and you don't have a source outside Lagos, or you don't have much money to start this business, there are techniques you can use that I discussed in that video to get your plantain at affordable prices here in Lagos still. So do well to watch that video after watching this. Always buy low starch species plantain for your plantain chips. The essence is, when we are cutting plantain, it's usually stick together. It is the starch that is making it stick together. So when you buy the one that has high starch, it is actually going to make it more difficult to fry. It might get soggy while frying. But if you buy the one of low starch, you definitely will enjoy frying. It will make your work easier and it will not stick together like the one with high starch content. Now the first thing we do is peeling our plantain. Whether you're a one-man show or you have people working for you, you still need people to peel this plantain. And plantain has different peeling methods. We know that the unripe plantain is harder to peel than that of the ripe plantain. So we need to do our research properly so that the process of peeling will not be difficult for us or for those that will be peeling it for us. The next is the plantain slicing. This stage is very delicate. You need your plantain to be very flat in order for it to be crunchy. We know that nobody likes a soggy plantain. So when it's not flat, it will be crunchy. So it's going to affect your business. So it's best you just buy a manual hand slicer, or if you can afford the machine, the smaller machine, you can do that, or the larger one, depending on how much you have to start the business. Just start small and you will grow into it. But it's important to have something that will be cutting it for us. One, is going to be faster. Secondly, it's going to save you time. Thirdly, it's going to slice it evenly. Unlike when we are using our hands, it might not be even, but when we're using the machine is accurate. It already has a set blade to cut. The third is blanching. For some, they will tell you that blanching is optional. Guys, blanching is not optional. It is important. The essence of blanching is to drain the starch out of the plantain. So after slicing, you put your plantain in a sieve, or you get a perforated bowl, get some water. You can salt the water. If you salt the water, you don't need to salt the plantain again. But if you do not salt the water, you need to salt the plantain before frying. Immerse it inside the water and stir for the starch to get out of the plantain. After that, you bring it out. That way, it's going to aid frying very easily for you. It means that it's not going to stick together while frying. Sometimes you buy plantain chips and some of them stick together. That is because it is not properly blanched. It's not supposed to stick together, and some will not even blanch it at all. They'll say, it's optional. Well, after all, some of it will still not stick together. For you to do a professional job, just do the right thing. It aids your frying, it makes it easier, and it reduces the starch in your plantain. Next, you have to dewater your plantain. The process of dewatering your plantain is bringing the water out of the plantain that you have blanched. So you allow it to drain properly so that the starch and water can come out. The next process is the frying process. This you can use your deep fryer for, which you can fry between 9 to 12 minutes, or fry on your gas cooker, which you can do between 18 to 25 minutes. And this too is perfect as long as you do it the right way. The idea is that it has to be golden yellow for any plantain chips. Golden yellow is the color that we want to derive. There are different kinds of deep fryer. Some people have electric deep fryer, like I have an electric deep fryer. If I want to start plantain chips business, I cannot count on this kind of deep fryer. I must go and buy a non-electric, because NEPA will take light if you are in Nigeria. That is the truth. Other parts of the world, it may not be like that, but if you're based in Nigeria, you have to make sure that nothing affects your frying. And even if you're not in Nigeria and you have light well in your country, guys, you're going to be paying bills for electricity. So if you want to do your frying, you don't want to incur additional cost. Why not just save money and get the non-electric deep fryer? That will make it easier for you. There are different kinds. small, medium, big, whichever you can afford, depending on the scale in which you want to start your business. The next process is de-oiling. You know, you fried your plantain, you need to de-oil it. You don't want the oil to stick to the plantain. You eat some plantain and all your hand is full of oil. That is because it's not properly de-oiled. So if you leave it for the oil to drain, it will get very dry and allow it to cool. At that point, you can now add your flavors, whether you want to add garlic, ginger, pepper, salt, whatever kind you're going for. Just do your flavoring at that point. And if you just want it plain, it's also very nice. It all depends on you. The next is packaging. We have different kinds of plantain chips. The ones they sell for 50 naira, the ones they sell for 100 naira, 500, 15, 3,000, depending on how it is packaged, depending on how large it is. You must have made arrangements for this before starting. You have to have a brand name, your sticker or your paper, give it to a printer to do that work for you. Get the container in which you want to start packing it. And if it is nylon, if you cannot afford container yet, you can get your nylon ready and well sealed. The sealing is the next thing. Sealing is so important because your product has to be airtight. Plantain cannot thrive when the product is not airtight. And the maximum for plantain chips lifespan is just 6 months. So you need to make it very airtight in order that it will have a shelf life of that 6 months. People will still be able to purchase your product and enjoy it. If you're using a nylon, make sure you get a good sealing machine. Make sure the nylon is very tight. If you're using a plastic, make sure that it is really airtight so that at least your product will get to the hands of the consumer before getting soft. The last stage is your marketing and sales. You need to sell this product. That's what I said. Watch the video. What kind of business can I start with 50k? In that video, I spoke about how to market your plantain chips products, places to go, places to sell this product. Because if you finish doing all this work and you don't have the right sales, guys, you'll be frustrated. So it is important for us to do this even before starting. Put everything in place before starting the business. It's an interesting business, you will enjoy it, but only if you plan and you do a proper research. Guys, click the description for all videos on businesses, on money making, on tutorials and lifestyle. Like this video, subscribe, share with your family and friends. I'll see you in the next.